Hello, can you all see and hear me? I'm having strange technical difficulties again. This is my first time using Streamlabs, so I don't know what I'm doing. You can see me? Everything's good? Okay, cool. How are we all doing on this fine Monday evening? There seems to be quite a bit of delay. Oh, because it put it back to normal latency. Can I not change it? It's kind of annoying. Well, whatever. I guess we're just gonna deal with it. But yes, we are here today celebrating 100,000 subscribers on the channel, even though that technically happened like 3-ish months ago now. I had planned to do this stream previously, but stuff happened and I was unable to do it at that time. And then for a while I was like, I don't know if I want to do it at all. But I don't know, it's a pretty big milestone, so um sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I feel like I should celebrate it because I don't think they give out the next like um play button plaque thing until you get to 1 million subscribers. Um but odds are that's never going to happen, so might as well celebrate this now while I can. Um but yeah, would you guys like to see my silver play button? When I was gonna do the stream before, I was gonna like unbox it together. But as I say, it's been like months now, so I unboxed it a long time ago. What would you do if when you okay, so he said yes would go? Have you ever had a dream that when and then that when that yeah that you could do anything? Okay, I'll get the play button. One sec. I got a nice view of my armpit there for a second. Okay, here it is. Yay! Sorry, I'm like trying to get it in like a good light. But yeah, it's got my name on it and everything. Woohoo! Um, I'm trying to think if there's like a good place I can like display it behind me for the duration of the stream. I could put it on that like oh, I guess I could put it like on my bed over there. Okay, I'm gonna do that. One sec. There it is. Chilling on the bed. Turn it into a chain. That would be a crazy chain. I think that might hurt my neck after a while. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've streamed. I think they've like changed a few things. I can do a Q&A. I can do a poll. Maybe I could do those things before, I don't know. But like, some of these emotes new. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Oh, thank you, Inu Shampoo, for the 15. I appreciate it very much. They make a new smaller button that might work as a chain. It's kind of a lot of money, though, do they? Interesting. Do you have any tips for staying consistent in content or anything? I have another channel doing well, but I just want to keep growing it. To be honest, that's something that I struggle with a bit as well. So, like, if anyone else has any tips, please share. We would all like to know, I think. Um, what were those posters on your wall that I saw in the reflection of the play button? They looked cool. Yeah, I do have a bunch of posters, like, on the wall behind my computer here. I don't really have any way to show them to you right now, but maybe one day. You have that exact this lamp? That's like an antique lamp for my grandmother. How do you have the same one? But yes, so you may have noticed that in the title of the stream it says that I'm going to be answering your questions while I eat mom's spaghetti. And that's not like a metaphor or anything. I'm actually going to be eating my mom's spaghetti and meatballs. Which is like kind of the best thing ever. It's like my favorite meal. Um, but I think it's still cooking. So, but we will get to that part of the stream eventually. Um, Randy, I love your videos. A lot of love from Argentina. Oh, thank you. Shout out to all my Argentinian fans. Initially, I was going to like order food, eat on stream, but then my mom was like, "Yeah, I'm making spaghetti and meatballs." And I'm like, "Well, that would be way funnier to eat on stream, quite frankly." So I'm doing that instead. Can the first 50 people in here have some too? Yeah, sure. We can share. We're at 45 viewers right now, so there's only 5 spots left. Get in now if you want some of my mom's spaghetti and meatballs. Um, yeah, I guess I can like start answering some questions while we wait for the spaghetti if you guys want. Um, yeah, it is a very cool lamp. Um, I didn't choose to put it here. It was just here when I moved back in, but um I really like it. Can you mail some spaghetti to America? No, because Canada Post is on strike right now. I'm so sorry. Each of us get one spaghetti and an eighth of a meatball. Yup. What was the video that you had the most fun making? Okay, someone just dropped and like broke something outside my door, so that's great. Um sorry, video I had the most fun making. I want to say the Weird Girls video. It was fun, like just thinking of like all the different characters to use to like illustrate the different examples of like different types of weird girls and like collecting footage from all of the like movies and TV shows and stuff. Um, yeah, I'm quite proud of that video. You expect your channel to blow up the way it did? Absolutely not. I had zero expectations going into this. Um, like I thought I'd be lucky if the first video that I ever uploaded got maybe a couple hundred views. But then it like right away got like 35,000 views, which was kind of insane. And I definitely never expected to ever have a video get over 1 million views. But then it did. Um, yeah, it's been crazy. We'll talk about their cats in the chat. Hell yeah. I wish you could like send photos in chat because then I would tell you to send photos of your cats. But I don't think you can do that. Okay, so I asked for questions over on my Instagram. Um, and I screenshotted them all. So let me pull up that and I can start answering some of those. Um, so question number one. I think there's a good reason they don't let you post photos to chat. Yeah, probably. It would be fun though. Okay. Anyways, question number one from Michael is tired on Instagram is what is your favorite tree in Minecraft? Um, and I have to be honest with y'all, I don't play a ton of Minecraft. I have played it a little bit with friends. So I'm not like overly familiar with the types of trees. I think they have like a cherry blossom tree, right? That's cool. I like cherry blossoms. Um, sorry, I'm like also reading the chat. Change your profile pics to pictures of your cat so she can see them. Fuck yeah. Although your profile pictures are like really tiny for me, so I still wouldn't really be able to see that well. Okay. Question number two from Infinite Kima is favorite Ethel Kane project. Perverts here. Great question. I always love an excuse to talk about Ethel Kane. And my favorite Ethel Kane project today is probably also Perverts. I really appreciate when an artist isn't afraid to get a little experimental with it. Like as much as I love the like Preacher's Daughter story and lore and everything, um I don't know, just something about like the vibes on Perverts. I'm not a music reviewer, so I don't know how to explain things better than that. But I really hope that she does more stuff in that realm. And I think my opinion is like maybe a little bit unpopular among the Ethel Kane fandom or whatever. Because I know a lot when Perverts came out, a lot of people were like, "What the fuck is this? Where is the Preacher's Daughter B sides?" Um, but yeah, I don't know. I really like weird music, so I was very happy when Perverts came out. Um, I'm allergic to cat and dog hair. Yeah, me too, actually, which sucks. Why is God punishing me in this way, making me allergic to that which I love the most? Okay, I'll come again. I've been informed that it's spaghetti time, so I will be right back. Um, and then I can answer more questions. Um, okay, maybe I'll put an ad on while I'm gone. Why are we sending crabs in the chat? Okay. Spaghetti is here. I'm gonna hold it up so you can see it. It looks weird on the webcam, but I promise it's delicious. I'm very excited for this. I'm gonna move my keyboard. All right, first you have to get a little bit of meatball. I'm gonna do like the lunchtime with Smosh thing. First bite. Hmm. That's good shit. Alright, I promise I will get back to answering questions in a second. I just need to eat some of this beautiful, delicious spaghetti. Okay. Let me pull up my question. Okay, so Shasper Casper on Instagram asked, where can I get your glasses frames? Um I've gotten asked this a few times in like comments on my videos as well. I just got these from my optometrist, but the brand is Marc Jacobs, if anyone is interested in finding these frames for themselves. I don't know if they still sell them or not. I've had these for a few years, but they might. You kind of want to make spaghetti now? Yeah, everyone in the chat, make spaghetti right now, and we'll have a spaghetti party. The only thing is, spaghetti and meatballs is quite messy. There's a good chance I will be getting sauce on myself at some. Okay. Next question. Skyla Sophia asks, "How trans are you?" Not exactly sure what that means. I feel like when people ask questions like that, it's just like a veiled way of asking whether or not you have a penis. And I mean the answer to that question is no. Well, I'm trying to twirl the spaghetti on the spoon, right? What topics have I presented that I have drastically different views on now? I don't know if there are any, to be honest. Like, I think I more or less stand by everything that I've said in past videos. At least that I can think of. I read the announcement this afternoon and decided to click on notify me and went shopping for spaghetti. Even got fake meatballs. Hell yeah. It is a spaghetti party up in here. Forgot this was a screenshot and I just tried to scroll. Um, so Sorry. Okay. So Infinite Sadness asks, "Are you going to make a video about Jane Remover?" I would love to make a video about Jane Remover. If you follow me on um Instagram or Blue Sky, you've probably seen me talk about Jane Remover a lot. Actually, I'm wearing my Turn Up or Die tour t-shirt right now. Um, yes, I would love to make a video about Jane Remover. I just like I would have to think of like what angle I want to approach that from because just like video about Jane Remover is kind of vague. Like I feel like I would need like an angle, you know, like a specific aspect of them or their music to talk about. Um, if you do want to watch a video about Jane Remover, I have a recommendation for you. Just pull it up. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna. Oh, sorry, I'm fucking around in OBS. Okay, I'm gonna shrink this. Yes, Fin.exe has a video about Jane Remover's album Since It's Designated. That is very good. I feel like that's an underrated Jane Remover album. A lot of people didn't seem to fuck with that one for whatever reason, but I think it's great. Um, yes, one day I probably will make a Jane Remover video. Okay, more spaghetti. Okay. Next question. What's your favorite Ethel Cain song? This is asked by Mini Van Driver. I mean, Ethel Cain being my favorite artist, naturally I have several songs of hers that I love. Um, so it's hard for me to choose a favorite. But I want to say that of her like officially released on streaming. By the way, there's going to be like sauce on my face. You're just going to have to accept that. Of the stuff that Ethel Cain has like officially released and is like on streaming or whatever, I would say my favorite song is Vacillator. It's from Perverts. But my favorite unreleased song of hers is Lead Poisoning. I was kind of hoping that it was going to get officially released and that was going to be on the Willoughby Tucker album, but it was not. But she did use my favorite line from Lead Poisoning on the song Janie, so, you know, at least that's. We take what we can get, you know? Told you there was gonna be sauce. Getting sauced. Alright, next question. It again. Okay. Um, Tragic Mushrooms asks, "What's an album you believe to be criminally underrated?" I mean, I did just talk about how I thought Census Designated was an underrated Jane Remover album. Um, I also think technically this is an EP and not an album, but I think Ethel Cain's Inbred EP is kind of underrated because I feel like obviously she blew up with Preacher's Daughter. Then I feel like a lot of the people who kind of like became fans because of Preacher's Daughter like didn't really check out anything that came out before Preacher's Daughter. Like I never see anyone talking about Inbred, but that's such a great EP. Vada Huff, who is in the chat right now, hello, asked thoughts on the new Yule album. And by that, I'm assuming you mean Evangelic Girl is a Gun. I'm pretty sure that's the most recent one. But yes, I like that album. I wouldn't say I loved it, but I did enjoy it. There were quite a few songs on there that I added to my playlist, so. I wish I'd put more thought into a question. I just asked another music question. That's okay. I love answering music questions. You can ask me all the music questions you want. Um, we've got a couple more questions here from Fata Huff. Shrooms or acid? I have to say I've never done either one. But like if I had to choose one, it would probably be shrooms. Um, Acid scares me a little bit, to be honest. I don't know if I want to know what it feels like to experience ego death. If I heard Hayley Williams' new album, I have not. I've never really been a huge Paramore guy. I do like some of their songs. But I mean, if the new Hayley Williams album is good, like, I'll check it out. Okay. Um, Vada Huff also asks, "What's your next tattoo?" I do actually have another tattoo booked next month. You give me 1 second. I can probably pull up a picture. It's like a flash. It's, um, SAR. I already know. Okay. Let me make the webcam small again so you can see. So this is here of like the in Ontario we call them hydro towers, but power lines or whatever I guess is what most people call them. Those things, like some little like angel fairy dudes going around it. That is going to be my next tattoo. It's probably going to be going like here-ish on my arm. And yeah. Okay. My nose is like running a little. Sorry, I'm reading. Do you plan on getting back to spooky videos? Yes. I think if spooky videos are what you want to see, I think you will like this month's video that I have planned and I'm currently working on. I saw your arm tattoo once and I thought it was cool, but I never saw what it was. I have a couple tattoos on my left arm. I will try to like show you the best of my ability. It's kind of hard. Um, okay, well, there's this one. This is a Lord of the Rings tattoo. This is really like not ideal for showing you. There's this one, which is like a hand with a snake. Then I have text here, and then cat pumpkin here, then two-headed deer. Sauce on the nose tip. Do I? Um. Okay, let me look at the Instagram questions again. Again from Vada Huff, you give off tall vibes. How tall? I'm glad that I give off tall vibes because I am. Not like insanely tall, but I am tall. I'm 5'9". Sorry, I'm taking another bite of spaghetti. Okay. Rotagol asks, "What's the best chicken sandwich you've ever eaten?" Good question. I might have to think about that one for a second. Honestly, I don't know if this is my real answer or not, but the first one that came to mind was Chick-fil-A, because we recently got that in Canada. I know that they're like homophobic or whatever. I could not try it, I'm sorry. But I feel like I've had a chicken sandwich that was better than that. I don't know where it's from. Mary Brown's is pretty good too. I think that's only in Canada. Okay. Aaron Freeze asks, any opinion on Northern Lion being a fellow verbose Ontario native? Yes, I've like kind of just recently started getting into Northern Lion. I love Northern Lion. I am proud to be from the same place that he is. Um, where do we ask questions? You can just ask questions right here on the chat if you want to. Um, I might not necessarily answer them all because I might not see it, but I will do my best. Okay, don't you do it 3 asked. Are your armpits hairy? Yes. Next question. Grand Dark Witch asks, what Ethelkane EPLP is your favorite? Yeah, I've kind of already talked about this, but I think I would say that Herbert's is my favorite. But like they're all close for me. I love them all so far, and I'm very excited to see what she does next. And Grand Dark Pets, sorry, Grand Dark Witch also asks, do you have any pets? If so, who are they? For some reason, the phrasing of that is really funny to me. Who are they? Sadly, no. I don't have any pets at the moment. My parents are kind of anti-pet, unfortunately. If I start a petition to make them let me get a cat, will you guys sign? Like maybe we could change the situation here, you know? Um, you may have seen before in some of like my videos or streams a little black kitty. But that was my ex's cat, and obviously we don't live together anymore, so sadly she is no longer around. Getting another meatball here. Okay, what I feel like a lot of people don't put in their spaghetti sauce is mushrooms. And I know mushrooms are like kind of controversial. People don't, not everyone fucks with mushrooms. But my mom puts mushrooms in her spaghetti sauce and it's flames, I have to say. What do you think Gen Alpha will be nostalgic for and how will they distort it? I don't know if this is so much Gen Alpha or if it's like younger Gen Z. But like I'm already seeing people like being nostalgic for or like romanticizing like the late 2010s, like an era where I was just already fully an adult. That's really strange to me because like I feel like just in general that was not a great time. I mean, I guess we had Pokemon Go, but like frankly that's about it. Like, even Pokemon Go, like, I mean, it was a fun time, but like the game itself was just like not that good, if we're being real. I'm sorry to any Pokemon Go fans. Italians wouldn't like that if they were real. Oh, do Italians not do that? Well, maybe they should. YouTuber recommendations. I can definitely give those because I watch a lot of YouTube. Surprising as a YouTuber, I know. Here, let me look at my subscriptions and I can just like tell you who my faves are. Um, if you're someone who's into like kind of like dark, spooky stuff, um, particularly like games or music, like heavy music, I recommend the channel Crust Bag, or it's spelled as like underscore Crust Bag underscore. His videos are great. If you like people reacting to like silly TV shows and stuff, I recommend Aaron and Joe. Who else do I recommend? If you like Pokemon, I recommend Cecil Lily. And then of course, like I watch a lot of the big like commentary kind of YouTubers like Chad, Curtis Connor. Excuse me. I'm a big Smosh guy, I have to admit. If you like nostalgic content, I recommend Dream Jelly. Um, I really like Evasive. She does those videos that are like a specific group of people reacting to like certain movies. So for instance, she just did short men react to the movie Tall Girl. It's really good. I already mentioned Finn ADXC has started for he does good video essays. Um I like Izzy's, you all know that. I like Strange Eons, you all know that. I really like Jenny Nicholson. I like Joseph Fisher. If you like lost media type of stuff or like liminal spaces type of stuff, I like Kylie Bogley. Um this is one's kind of niche, but if you're into like perfume and fragrances, I like Perfumerism. I like Sarah Zed, but you probably also already know that. Shan Spears really good for video essays. Um, I like Spall Entertainment. If you're into like content about tattoos specifically, I like Treacle Tats. Um, I like Wendigoon. Yeah, I think those are my main recommendations. I my nose is kind of running. I'm gonna get a tissue. I'll be right back. What's happened? Sorry, Firefox just closed itself. That was strange. Firefox didn't close itself. I forgot my keyboard was on the ground and I stepped on it. Anyway, we're back. Have you seen that one Instagram account posting deranged perfume reviews? Um, I haven't seen the Instagram account that does that, but there is an account on Tumblr that does that, that posts insane Fragrantica reviews. Fragrantica is just, it's certainly one of the websites ever. I need to eat this faster. It's getting cold. Would you rather be chopped or cooked? Brother, I'm both. Okay. Pulling up more questions. If my phone will let me in. Okay. All right, another question from Grand Dark Witch. What is your go-to food, drink, meal that you don't ever get tired of? Spaghetti and fucking meatballs. This has been my favorite meal since I was a little kid. Greetings from Poland. Is there a chance you would ever do a playthrough of some vintage GTA games like Vice City? I mean, maybe. If that's what people want to see, I'd be willing to try it. I've never really played GTA before. And I probably wouldn't be very good at it, but you know. What games am I good at? Can you show the spaghetti? Sure. It's like half eaten now. There you go. Okay. Another question from Green Dark Witch. Do you have any comfort characters slash media slash items that are important to you? My comfort media is like probably not what most people would consider comfort media. Like a comfort show to me is Neon Genesis Evangelion. Not exactly a comforting show, but I guess it's just the fact that it's like very familiar to me now. Um, my comfort movie, well, one of my comfort movies is Battle Royale, which again, not a comforting movie at all, but I've just seen it so many times that it's like very familiar to me. Um, like comfort character is probably Kurt Kunkel from the movie Spree. I don't know why, he's just such a loser, it's like kind of endearing. You look into the camera and in a deadpan voice say, "Know what you did last week." Um, Purple Queen Fox asks, "What is the best illustration on a Pokemon card that you know?" None. I've definitely seen some that are really cool, but I'm not a huge TCG guy, so like to be honest, there are not any that immediately come to mind for me. But if y'all have any TCG art that you love, please describe it in the chat. I'm getting a message from my on Instagram, a DM on Instagram from my friend. My question is, what's your favorite trinket on your desk? Let me see. Quite fond of all of these trinkets. Um, I mean, I do like. Oh, thank you, JGP3. I appreciate it. Um, can I even show this? But I like my Sadako figure. um, I also have over here a Miku. This one's not. It's crazy. There's my Miku. I got those both at Anime North this year. I also like I have okay, well I have this vintage My Melody. I believe in she's really um like overexposed. You can't see her face. But I believe in red My Melody supremacy. I like red My Melody better than pink My Melody. Sorry if that offends anyone. And I also like these like knockoff Pokemon figurines I got at an AMT call. So we've got Pikachu and Galarian Rapidash for some reason. Um, fuck. Sorry, I just knocked. And then I also have my girl Cynthia. These are all very dusty right now because there was someone in here sanding the drywall a few days ago. Right after I dusted, like literally the day before too. And the thing that I just knocked over is my Sunny Angel, which I don't know. Can I show that? We're gonna censor him. I think this is supposed to be a durian Sunny Angel. But yeah, they don't stand up very well. This guy's fucking falling over all the time. Yeah, I don't have any Labubus, but I do have a Sunny Angel. Okay, it's time for more spaghetti. Have you tried cosplaying? I've cosplayed once. I was Misty from the Pokemon anime. I would bring up a picture, but I don't know if I have any on this computer. I don't think I do. Or on this phone. It was like several years ago. Another question I'm getting from my friend over DM is, were you ever a Neopets person? Because I kind of get that vibe. I never played like the Neopets computer game. Because I feel like that was like mostly a popular thing in like the late 90s, early 2000s. But I had limited computer access throughout most of my childhood. We still had dial-up internet until I want to say like 2007 or 2008. Um, and like sometimes I would go on and try to play Webkins and it would just be so fucking slow. So yeah, I wasn't playing a whole lot of computer games, but I do remember that I had these like Happy Meal toys or like little plushes of the guys from Neopets, little creatures. I don't know what they're called, I'm sorry. And I did really like playing with those guys. So like that's kind of my only connection to Neopets. I kind of wish I had been into it though. Like it seems like something that I would have liked. All right. Start eating this final meatball here. Okay. Um Sadistic Covers asks, any plans for other dark internet videos like Luca Magnotta and such? Um, well, I mean, with regards to Luca Magnotta specifically, like, I'm not a true crime channel, so I don't really want to, like, do a video where I'm just, like, covering one specific crime. Um, like, I did already mention that crime in relation to shock sites in my shock sites video, and that's probably the most that I'll ever talk about that specifically. But in terms of just, like, dark internet videos, I definitely do have a few ideas for videos of that nature. Again, the video that I'm working on for this month. If y'all liked the shock sites video, I think you will like this one. Although this one, it's going to be within the realm of fiction. It's not going to be about anything that's like real. So maybe from those clues, you can guess what it'll be about. Okay. Indeed 766 asks, what made you start your channel? Um, I had actually wanted to like upload YouTube videos for a really long time, like since my early teen years. So I started getting really into YouTube, I want to say around like 2011 or 12. That's when I first got really into Smosh. And so that made me like always kind of fantasize about starting my own channel and like making it big or whatever. Which I kind of wish I had done in 2012 because it was quite frankly a lot easier to make it big at that time, and you can make way better money on YouTube back then. But I don't know, I never did for a long time. And then like as an adult, I started getting sort of back into YouTube. Um, and I started getting like specific ideas for videos that I would like to make, mainly the Flipnote Hateno one. But again, like I sort of hesitated to do it because I was like, is anyone gonna give a fuck? Like most of these topics, technically people have made videos on them before. But I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna do it. Why not? Like, what harm is it gonna do? Um, and yeah, it turns out people actually did want to watch my stuff and hear what I had to say, which to this day is still kind of crazy to me. It's kind of crazy to me that there's 50 people watching me eat spaghetti right now. um, Watford.jpg asks, shit or piss? Piss, I guess. Um, Wild is the Wind 96 asks, what are your favorite films? Well, let me just have some more spaghetti here and then we can go take a look at my letterbox together. Because, yes, I am a letterboxed guy. So, my top four here are Battle Royale and The End of Evangelion, and those two are pretty static. Like, those have always been on my top four. And then the other two, I tend to kind of like change based on my mood. So, right now, it's Ginger Snaps, classic, and I Saw the TV Glow. And I have also like another list on here that's like an extended list of my favorite movies that I will pull up in just 1 second. Also, ignore my last four watched. I know it's totally insane right now. So I'll just like slowly like scroll through this for y'all while I eat some spaghetti. Are you gonna dress up for Halloween? I don't know. I don't really have any plans on Halloween, and I don't really know what to dress up as. Oh, I just got my own hair in this. Cool to make a video on I Saw the TV Glow, I think. Something to consider. If y'all would be interested. Best Pokemon besides Snorlax, of course. Well, my favorite Pokemon is Piplup and its evolutions. Um, yeah, Pink Opaque is a YTV after 8 p.m. type show. You're absolutely correct. Have I ever watched Adult Swim? If so, what's your favorite show? No, because I think that was Adult Swim was like Cartoon Network, right? We didn't get that in Canada when I was a kid, so no, I'm sorry. I have never watched that. Um, yes, eighth grade rules. Scroll down a bit. There. By Spencer voice, do you mean Spencer from Smosh? All right. Those are my favorite movies. Shall now move on. Okay. Yo, we got other Spencer Agnew fans in the chat. Okay. Andy Fur 55 asks, favorite song? I really have to know this. Like my favorite song is something that changes quite a bit, honestly. Like usually I have kind of like a current favorite song. I don't really have like an all-time favorite song. Um, excuse me. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the chat now. What's your favorite color? Purple. Sub 3K used car or truck recommendations? I mean, I feel like you can't go wrong with anything Honda, like a Honda Civic. Um, favorite classic or recent Pixar movies? I haven't really watched any recent Pixar movies, but in terms of classic, I like Toy Story 1 and 2. I like Monsters Inc. I like The Incredibles. Sorry, what was the question I was supposed to be answering? My favorite song. I have sauce on my knuckle somehow. I'm not even sure what like my current favorite song would be. I've been really into the album Ghost Holding by Venturing this year, which if you don't know, Venturing is like a Jane Remover side project. But it's hard for me to even choose like one favorite song off of that album because I love them all. Usually like I'll have a favorite song or like collection of songs or whatever. But like I'll like listen to it so much and then I'll like kind of make myself sick of it. That hasn't happened with Ghost Holding yet, and I've been listening to it like repeatedly for the past several months, and it's still like as good as it was the first time I listened to it. So you're eating so slowly, like what? Yeah, because I'm trying to answer questions too. I can't talk and eat at the same time. I'll start choking. Want me to die? All right. Um, Hill of the Hank says, "Take me to Canada, please help." Yeah, if anyone wants me to like illegally smuggle them into the country, hit me up. Um, just kidding, RCMP, if you're watching this, or whatever the Canada Immigration Authority is. What's your favorite fanfic? I don't know if I'm ready to reveal that information. You like cows? Of course I like cows. Um, okay, Mark Boy asks, the man or the bear? I'm gonna choose the bear, not even because I think the bear will be safer, because I don't, but just like the man is gonna be more annoying. So frankly, I'd rather just be mauled to death by the bear. Thoughts on the woke mind virus? I'm joining the war on woke. Sorry, I'm joining the war against woke on the side of woke. Um, my friend asks, would you rather, different friend than before? I have more than one friend. Would you rather be Saw Trapped or Final Destination? I think I would definitely rather be Final Destination because usually those are at least like relatively quick deaths as opposed to a Saw Trap which is like you're just being tortured for an hour before you die. Guys, I'm almost done the spaghetti. We're so close. Thank you, Vadahuff, for the tip. Most underrated Canadian besides me. Let me think about that for a second while I finish this. Oh, I know actually. Nicole Dollenganger. That's my answer. I'm just like scooping up the sauce now. I was here while I finished the spaghetti. Ryan Reynolds, fuck no. I did it. Spaghetti is finished. I think there's also salad up there though, so I'm gonna go check out the salad situation. Okay, I'll be right back. You watch another ad or not. You can close your eyes if Okay, I'm back. Um, I was too slow. They put the salad away already, but um, maybe that'll be like my midnight snack or something. You're just gonna have to deal with me having like spaghetti sauce around my mouth. I'm afraid. I wiped it with a napkin, but you know, tomato sauce persists. Um, but now I can just continue on with answering questions uninterrupted. Okay. Favorite starter Pokemon from each generation. Let me bring up all of the starters one sec. So that I don't forget anybody. Okay. So from Gen 1, what are we doing the math on subbing? No, don't do that. Okay, from Gen 1, honestly, I really like all of the Gen 1 guys. What do I do with my fidget ring? Okay, it's just gone, I guess. I usually go with Squirtle though. Gen 2, I am a Chikorita defender, but to be honest, I usually pick Cyndaquil. Gen 3, I mean, I have to go with Mudkip because of the I heard you like to Mudkips meme. Naturally. Gen 4, I mean, we already know that Piplup is my favorite guy. Gen 5, I usually go with Oshawott, but I also like Snivy. Gen 6, I like Fennekin. Gen 7, this is gonna be an unpopular opinion. I like Poplio, okay? I'm a Poplio defender. Till the day I fucking die. Um, okay, then Gen 8, I like Sobble. Um, Gen 9, I like Weed Cat. The fuck is it called? Sprigatito. As you can see, I am mostly a water types guy. Alright. Next question. Snorlaxin underscore 14 asks, do you have a game slash movie that you go back to see how you have grown slash changed as time passes? Yeah, I always go back to the Gen 4 Pokemon games, particularly Pokemon Platinum, every so often. Um, yeah, just to sort of see how how it hits me or how I approach it at different phases or stages in my life. Pokemon is definitely woke, to be honest. How so? I'm curious. What non-starter Pokemon do you think would be good starters? That's a good question. That's something I think I would have to think about. Like I'd really have to sit down, you know. Um, would you rather have permanent hot Cheetos dust on your fingers or permanent crumbs in your bed? I'm gonna have to go with permanent crumbs in my bed. Okay, next Instagram question. Um, my brother asks, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I mean, why can't they chuck wood? Like, why are they called woodchucks then? You know? Um, W Bigler 11 asks, have you heard of the messenger? Have I heard of it? Yes. Do I know what it is? Still no. Fratini? Yeah, I could see that being a good option. Um, how was the spaghetti? It was awesome. As I knew it would be. Okay, Empty Monster Can asks, what are your favorite bands slash artists? Well, I've already talked about Ethel Cain a bunch on this stream. Already talked about Jane Remover a bunch on this stream. Those are probably my top two at the moment. I'm also really into Joe, aka Joe Curie, who most people know from Stranger Things, but he also makes music. And I mentioned Nicole Dollenganger earlier, but yes, her as well. Those are my goats. What Pokemon would you want as a pet slash friend IRL? I think I would want a Psyduck. I have you can't see it, but I have a Psyduck plush over there. I feel like we'd be able to help each other out when we get headaches, because I have chronic headaches as well, so. Thoughts on Owl City, if any? Honestly, I can't really say that I do have any. Did you ever think you'd hit 100k? No. No, I did not. I never thought I'd even hit 1k. Owen Colonel, who, before I read out this question, let me just note that their profile picture is a picture of a bagel, asks, do you enjoy bagels? If so, what's your favorite type? I have to be honest, I'm not a huge bagel guy. I pretty much only eat bagels if I'm having a sandwich, like a bagel sandwich, you know what I mean? In which case I'm usually just having a plain bagel. People seem to love bagels, so I also feel like that's kind of an unpopular opinion. What's your favorite book? That's a good question. I have a lot of books that I really like. I want to say either Gone Girl or The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Wilson underscore CC2 asks, favorite piece of lost media? I mean, there's some debate as to whether this is real, and I think the consensus is kind of that it's not real. But I have always been kind of fascinated by Saki Sonobashi, aka Go for a Punch, which is a supposedly lost, fucked up anime that someone on 4chan saw on the dark web. It's most likely it's fake, but like a part of me kind of wishes it was real. I'm like trying to look at the chat, but Miku's arm is this way. How fast was the rise from 1K to 100K? And do you see yourself doing this forever or just in the meantime? It was relatively fast, honestly, because like I hit 100K after I'd only been doing this for a little over 2 years. It's kind of crazy. Do I see myself doing this forever and just in the meantime, or just in the meantime? I mean, I would like to do this for as long as I can, I think. Forever, I don't know, because frankly, I don't know if YouTube is going to be around, at least as a feasible career option forever. I kind of have always had my doubts about that, but I don't know, like, I'm just seeing what the fuck happens, you know? We're taking it a day at a time here. What is your standard Subway order? So usually I get a foot-long tuna sub on Italian herbs and cheese. Toasted with cheese. Then the toppings I put on it kind of vary sometimes, but usually it's lettuce, tomato, red onion, green pepper, green olives, sometimes pickles. And then for sauce, usually just like mayonnaise or maybe sometimes like chipotle sauce. And then I always have to get the cookies, of course, because their cookies are flames. Man, everyone's always making fun of my Canadian accent. How do you guys pronounce bagel? Like, bagel sandwich? You mean bagels with cream cheese? You have bagels with other stuff? Yeah, like sometimes like I'll like fry an egg and like put that on a bagel with like some cheese and I don't know, whatever else. Um Vaporwave or Frutiger Arrow, what appeals to you more? I mean, if we're talking in terms of aesthetic, I'm gonna say Frutiger Arrow. But I mean, Vaporwave is also a musical genre, which I love, so I like it. I prefer it in that sense. Um, bagel, bagel. Isn't that what I said? Um, okay. Back to the Instagram questions. Is there any internet event slash thing that has marked your life slash personality? I mean, I guess kind of like what I was talking about earlier, like when I got really into Smosh when I was younger, like that's why I'm here doing this now. So I mean, I would say that that affected my life in a pretty big way. What's my favorite creepy pasta? That's a good question. It's like, to be honest, I find most creepy pastas a little silly. um, I mean, in terms of just like thinking it's funny because it's silly. I mean, Jeff the Killer is of course a classic in that respect. Um, I was really into the Lavender Town Syndrome one when I was a kid. I'm afraid that I did like at first think that that shit was real. A little ashamed to admit that now. And when I say as a kid, I mean like when I was like 14, so like probably old enough to know better, but whatever. Um, Speaking of Frutiger Arrow, what's your favorite internet aesthetic in general? Personally, 1999 Mundane Office Space is a classic. I think probably Frutiger Arrow is, or Frutiger Metro is my fave internet aesthetic because that's like that was the main internet aesthetic like when I was growing up. Because what is Frutiger Arrow like from roughly around like the mid 2000s to like the mid 2010s? So yeah, like that exactly coincides with my childhood basically. Um, what's been your newest hyperfixation? Anything else you plan to cover on the channel? My current hyperfixation is often like whatever video topic I'm currently researching, but I don't know if I want to give away what the next video is going to be just yet. You might just have to guess. I had a crush on Anthony. That's so real. Me too. Okay. Um, Jay Signer asks, "Do you remember the first YouTube video you ever watched?" So I don't know if I remember like the very first YouTube video I ever watched, but I certainly remember one of the first YouTube videos I ever watched, and I'm pretty sure it's still on YouTube. Let me just verify that because if it is, then I can show you. Oh, it is. Okay. Okay. We can watch it together. Okay. It's two random video game shorts uploaded by Pringles 17 years ago, which shows you how old I am. But yeah. Hold on. Put it to the beginning and let me also unmute it. And let me turn the desktop audio on OBS. That would probably also help. It's crazy to me is like I was fully watching this when I was probably like 10 years old. Like I didn't even know what lubes and condom were. Like why did I think this was funny? I didn't even know what was happening. Oh, you can't hear it? The fuck, why not? Hmm. Strange. Cause like I was messing with like the settings in OBS a couple days ago because I was trying to set things up for my Pokemon Legends ZA stream. And so I probably did something, but I don't know what. Hold on. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Hold on. Okay, let me know if you can hear this now. I think you can,
Okay,
right?
here's the deal. I know you don't like me, and I certainly don't like you, but I think we need to set aside our differences and work this out together. Now, all you gotta do for me is make this frickin' jump! Ugh! I hate you, Mario. I hate you so much.
Hey, Knuckles.
What do you want?
Whoa, geez, nothing. I just wanted to say hi.
Oh, well, sit down and shut up. I'm trying to beat this frickin' game.
You mean outside?
Yeah,
Where there's no electricity?
that's right.
Okay, I guess. Well, anyway, I was coming by to tell you because Tails told me this really funny joke. It starts out like,
Man, you made me die, you idiot!
dude, I think you may have an anger problem.
What? I do not. I think you just pissed me off a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
Okay, then, hold this puppy.
What?
We're gonna see if you have an anger problem. Now hold it.
No, that's okay.
Come on, all you gotta do is hold it.
I don't want to.
Hold the frickin' puppy.
Hey, this isn't so bad.
So you don't feel angry?
Not really. In fact, he's kind of cute. How you doing, my little buddy? Look at your fans and your little ears. Oh, he's rapping on me! Oh, you son of a...
Okay. Now hold this baby.
Yeah, and for some reason this was like the funniest thing ever for me when I was 10 years old. There you have it. Probably not an appropriate video to be watching as a child, but you know, unsupervised internet access will do that to you. Knuckles' classic gun, yep, that he notably has in all of the Sonic games. So, next question. Magnificent Gestures asks, your Ginger Snaps tetralogy ranking, including Jennifer's body, obviously. I must admit that I have not seen the Ginger Snaps sequels. I've only seen the first one. I do plan on watching them at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But if we're just ranking Ginger Snaps, the first one, and Jennifer's body, I do prefer Ginger Snaps, although I do like Jennifer's body as well. Okay. The Moth Fairy asks, is there any artwork that you feel spiritually connected to? It can be any medium. I would say probably like music is what I often feel most connected to in terms of like art. I don't know, like, and there's like in terms of like specific like music or whatever, like there's a lot. It's a hard question to answer because like I love art of all kinds and I feel strongly connected to a lot of different things that it's hard for me to even like think of one specific one right now. Sorry, that was kind of a lame answer, but also from the Moth Fairy, what are your top 3 albums and why? Again, I feel like this is something that like kind of changes from time to time. Well, one of my top favorite albums that has been my favorite album for a really long time is the album I'll Try Living Like This by Death's Dynamic Shroud. Then Natural Born Losers by Nicole Dollanganger is another big one for me. The third spot, hard to say. There's like a couple things that I want to put there. Like I want to say like Perverts by Ethel Cain or like Revenge Seekers by Jane Remover. I don't know. It's hard for me to answer questions that are like, what's your favorite this? Because I'm like, I don't know, man. I like stuff. I like a lot of stuff. I can't choose. Okay, so that is the end of the Instagram questions, but I think a few people also did ask me questions on my YouTube community tab post, so we can go to that. I can also answer some questions from the chat because I'm seeing some coming in here. Do you have a Switch 2? No, I do not. We'll probably get one eventually because I'll probably have no choice. Because like obviously they're gonna stop releasing games for the Switch 1 at some point, but I'm putting it off for as long as I can. If you had all the Dragon Balls and had to make a wish, what would it be for? Peace and love on planet Earth. You were on death row. What is your last meal? Well, I think that should be kind of obvious, frankly. It would be my mom's spaghetti and meatballs. Have you ever read a visual novel? I've never like read one all the way through, but I have read a little bit of Higurashi. Okay. Let me go to my community tab. It seems like YouTube, like whenever I make a community post that like embeds a video in it, it seems like YouTube doesn't show it to people because I noticed those ones always get like lower interaction than my regular ones. So that's strange. I don't know why it does that. But anyways, we can look at this together. Okay. So, Softly Meowtrical 7609 asked me a whole bunch of questions, and I did preview these earlier. I don't know if I'm going to answer all of them because some of them, frankly, I just don't have an answer for. But I will answer the ones that I do have an answer for. So are you into lost unidentified music? I wouldn't say I'm like huge into like lost media in general, but I do watch lost media videos from time to time, including videos about Lost Wave. I don't know if I have a top 5 to 10 fully solved songs, but I definitely have a top one. And again, this is like not gonna be like a deep cut at all. I'm sure everyone knows about this, but it's Death Metal by Panchico. I actually heard that song on like a Spotify playlist years ago and really liked it and like added it to my like songs or whatever and like kept listening to it, not even realizing that had been at one point um like a lost song. Not even, it wasn't even really the song was lost. It was just that like people didn't know where it came from. Um I believe the story goes is that like some guy on 4chan found like a CD or a tape at like a thrift store that had that song on it, but they just like they couldn't like find the artist. Um but yeah, that's a really good song. And I think it's really cool how like that sort of blowing up got the band back together after like decades. And now they're like touring and making music again. I've listened to some of their newer music and it's pretty good as well. So, um, ever read Twilight? Are you Team Edward or Team Jacob? I read the first Twilight book back in the day, but I was not a fan, I'm afraid. Um, okay. What were your favorite animated shows growing up? I really liked 16, which I've talked about in one of my videos before. I liked Total Drama Island, the first season. I liked Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I liked Ben 10. I liked SpongeBob. Who doesn't like SpongeBob? Um, but I don't really watch any cartoons nowadays. Favorite Pixar movies? I think I already answered that. Favorite desserts? I'm a big dessert guy, so I have a lot, quite frankly. I love chocolate cake. I love pecan pie. I love ice cream, specifically chocolate peanut butter ice cream. I love cookies. I love brownies. Honestly, I like most desserts. It would be probably easier to name ones that I don't like. Um, which animal do you think should be made into a new Pokemon? That's a good question. It's like they feel like they've done most animals at this point. Like I'm trying to think of one that they haven't done. I feel like a beaver Pokemon could be cool, but maybe that's just because I'm Canadian, or like a moose Pokemon. They should make a region based on Canada. Um who's your favorite total drama character? I think the goth girl's name is Gwen, right? Her. Um you had to pick a superpower slash magical ability to have, what would it be? It would be teleportation, so that one, I wouldn't have to drive. And two, I could go visit my friends who live in other countries without having to pay for a plane ticket. Favorite books and or series from child slash teenhood. Sorry, I have to like burp. Okay. I was a Warrior Cats kid for a little while. Um, but other than that, it pains me to admit this, but I was really into Harry Potter as a kid, like really into Harry Potter. Like that was probably like my first and most intense special interest. Obviously, I don't support that shit anymore, but you know, before we knew what we now know about J.K. Rowling, I was really into Harry Potter. Um, no capybara Pokemon. That's a good point. A capybara Pokemon would be cute too. What kind of anime would you recommend to someone who's looking to get into the anime scene to start with? I think that kind of depends on like just what kind of like TV shows or movies or whatever they already enjoy. I mean, to be honest, I haven't seen like a ton of anime, so like I don't have a huge amount of recommendations to give people. But I feel like one that's like appeals to like people with a lot of different tastes that I do sometimes recommend is Full Metal Alchemist, specifically Brotherhood. Um, I feel like it's obviously a very good anime, and I feel like it also has like a fairly wide appeal. So and it's pretty popular, so yeah. Favorite nostalgic manga or anime series? Probably the original Fruits Basket. I have a lot of fond memories of like being homesick from school in grade 9 and watching the original Fruits Basket on Netflix on my Nintendo Wii. This would have been in like 2011. Um, Opinions on escape rooms. I have never been in an escape room and I never want to. Favorite Japanese snacks? Those green tea Kit Kats. Those are so fucking good. Okay. Oh, I already answered this about Fruitiger Arrow and Vaporwave. Favorite band or artist? I have answered that too. First childhood pet. Before I was born, my parents had a cat, and she lived until I was about 8 years old. Her name was Putty, but everyone called her Fatty instead. Yeah. Um, yeah, I guess that's it for questions that people have submitted in advance. So, before I sign off, if there's any other questions that y'all want to ask me, speak now or forever hold your peace, I guess. Ever read Bone? I know what Bone is. I have not read it though, I'm afraid. But thank you all for being here and tuning in with me to celebrate 100,000 subscribers. Thank you for subscribing and watching my videos. You know, here's to another 100,000, hopefully. Thank you for watching me eat spaghetti. I hope that was fun and interesting. I don't know. Fave meme? Oh, you know that bird with the really big feet? And it's like, damn. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. There's like a specific one. It's like a bunch of them running. I don't know if I can find that though. But I can show you this one. Sorry, I don't know why that's so funny to me. Um but yeah, I'm going to be streaming again this week on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday when Legends ZA or ZA or whatever you want to call it comes out. I know what a lot of people do is they start streaming like at midnight, like right when the game drops, but I don't want to do that, so I will not be doing that. I will probably just be streaming at some point later in the day. I will announce it once I have determined a specific time. If you guys want, I can give you a sneak preview of my stream layout for that. There you go. That's what it's gonna look like. Yeah. So yeah, that will be fun, I think. I've never like streamed a game. I mean, I've not done much streaming in general, but I've never streamed a game like right when it has come out. So yeah. I hope that I like Legend Saw, but I don't know. We'll see. Y'all seen any of the leaks? Leaked megas? You follow me on Blue Sky, you have. Sorry. All right, I gotta be honest, I need to fart real bad, so I think I'm gonna end it here. But again, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, and I will talk to hopefully some of y'all later this week. Okay. Bye.